He crushes bright red clay under a heavy stone wheel. A good mix needs 5 different colors of dirt, so he also grinds yellow, purple, and white clays until they are as smooth as flour with no hard lumps. Next, he dumps all these clay powders into a big wooden tub and adds clean water. He stirs it vigorously with a long bamboo pole until the different clays mix completely into one smooth liquid mud. To make the clay super smooth, he pours the liquid through a fine cloth screen. This catches any tiny rocks that did not get crushed. He covers the tub with a straw lid. Over time, the heavy clay sinks to the bottom and the clear water rises to the top. The worker carefully scoops out the clear water with a big spoon. The thick mud left behind is poured into heavy cloth bags and put under a large stone press. The heavy weight squeezes the extra water out through the cloth bags, making the clay firm and ready to use. Next, he steps into a stone box with bare feet and stomps on the clay over and over. This stepping removes hidden air bubbles, so the pot will not crack in the fire later. Then, he places the clay on a spinning wheel. He uses a wooden stick to make the wheel spin fast and uses his strong arms to push the clay right into the center. With smooth hand movements, he pulls the clay upward to form the hollow shape of the pot, often working all night long. These new pots are left to dry slowly in the shade until they are firm like hard leather, strong enough to hold but soft enough to carve. Once the pot is firm, the worker uses a metal tool to shave off extra clay and perfect the shape. He scrapes the outside until it is completely smooth. Then, an artist uses a small brush and black ink to draw beautiful pictures of flowers and words by hand directly onto the clay. Next, using a very sharp knife, the worker carves deep lines over the ink drawings, cutting out the shapes of the artwork. He then takes different colored clay pastes, such as yellow or gray mud, and presses them tightly into the carved lines with a small, flat tool, covering the entire drawing in a messy layer of mud. After the pot dries again, he spins it on the wheel and shaves off the extra dried mud. Like magic, a clean, colorful picture appears, perfectly flat and smooth with the rest of the pot. Now it is time to put the pieces together. The worker stamps his name on the bottom of the pot and inside the lid. He makes the handle and the spout separately by hand. He pokes small holes in the sides of the pot, then uses a wet clay slip to attach the handle and spout to the body, smoothing the joints until they look like a single piece. The finished teapots are placed in the hot sun to dry completely before going into a very hot kiln. The pots bake for many hours at a very high temperature. When the kiln doors open, the light-colored clay has turned into a deep, dull black color. The final secret of this pottery is that it uses no shiny paint or glaze. To make it shine, the worker rubs the pot underwater with smooth polishing stones. This transforms the dull clay into a shiny, mirror-like surface that pours water perfectly without spilling a single drop.